To fintech's detractors, that shows the newcomers have not got very far despite all the hullabaloo.
Hullabaloo refers to a large commotion made out of something that is probably not worthy of the commotion that's made out of it. So typically hullabaloo will refer to what the target of the issue is about, talking about what the issue is about. So if somebody were to complain about something that a politician said, they would say, that's just a big hullabaloo. They're trying to make something out of nothing. And as people are typically inclined to say things that can be criticized, especially if those things get warped or twisted around, what we're seeing in modern day media is one hullabaloo after another, where there's more hullabaloo than substance a lot of the time. So any large fuss or annoyance or commotion can be referred to as a hullabaloo. A few years ago, there was a congressman, Anthony WIENER, and he was caught in some imbroglio with some woman on Skype or whatever it was he was doing. And unfortunately, it ruined his career. And ever since then, anytime he gets on TV, there's always a big hullabaloo about some silly thing that happened a couple years ago that really should be forgotten. Every time Donald Trump gets on TV, he always says something obnoxious or annoying, and there's always a big hullabaloo. A few days ago, he said if he were to shoot somebody, most of his supporters would still support him. So there was a big hullabaloo about how maybe he really wants to shoot somebody, or if he did shoot somebody, that they wouldn't even prosecute because he's so rich. So it doesn't matter what he says, there's always a hullabaloo, and he seems to just get more and more popular every time. Very, very strange.
They're bowled over by the technology that underpins the currency, a decentralized, immutable ledger called a blockchain that allows people to transact business without the intermediation of a trusted third party.
To bowl someone over has multiple meanings. One of the meanings is to impress someone. The idea of bowling over refers to the game of bowling, where there's a ball and then there's these sort of standing things. They call them pins. And then when you throw the ball, you bowl over the pins. So in this sense, you can impress someone and bowl them over. Or you can be walking down the street through a crowd of people, bump into somebody, knock them on the sidewalk, and bowl them over that way too. So this is very similar to knock someone over, which can also be used to impress somebody, or to blow somebody away, which can be used to either impress them or to hurt the other person badly. So these expressions, they all have multiple meanings. One is to impress the person. The other is to basically knock the person over. And the idea here is that if you are highly impressed by somebody, that it feels like you're being knocked over because you're affected by their presence to such a high level. I'm looking for a new VP of sales for my company, and I've got a bunch of headhunters looking to try to help me find somebody. But he sends me resumes, and I have yet to see one person that bowls me over. Now, it could be that we're a small company And, I'm actually hoping to get somebody from one of these major companies, some superstar. But we're not that well known. So I might be setting my sights just a little too high, that it's very unlikely I'm going to get somebody that's going to bowl me over the way I want to be bowled over. And I just have to be more realistic and try to get somebody that can do the job. I went to go visit my friend Susan. She got a new dog a few days ago, and I thought she'd gotten a small dog, but she got this huge dog, like a greyhound or whatever it was. And then the dog ran up to me to say hello and just about bowled me over. It was such a large dog. A lot of people nowadays, they just don't realize the intensity that musicians like Elvis Presley and the Beatles just bowled everybody over. It was like these people had seen something they'd never seen before, and they were so impressed that these musicians' fame was almost instantaneous throughout the entire country. People were so bowled over. ESL-fullsteamahead.com